Hi garden friends, welcome to the channel. I'm Era and this is Gardening on Purpose. If you're new here, welcome. And if you're a subscriber, welcome back. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch my video. I garden in Georgia, Zone 8A. It's Sunday and it's time for a Sunday walkabout. This video is pretty much me walking around the garden, showing you a few things, highlighting a few things, any changes or anything that I need to do in the garden. So let's check it out. First up, I replaced the plants that got damaged when the tree fell in this yard. Now, as you can remember, this is the bed that the tree fell. And like I said, it came that way and came all the way down. And I had mums here and some phlox got damaged. My Leotris got damaged and my orange rocket barberry and some of my coneflowers and some of my Nephofia. And I pulled anything that got seriously damaged out, and I'm going to have it rehabilitate in a container. But Home Depot had a 2-quart perennial sale, 2 for $12 from the Vigoro brand, and I just grabbed some of those. And one of the reasons I grabbed them is because I definitely want to add more hummingbirds to the yard, so I bought things that the hummingbirds would love. So these are 2 new Nephofias, and when I do a tour, I'll definitely give you some more details about this particular plants. But for now, this is just the 2 Nephofias. I also bought 2 new lobelias. These are the perennial lobelias, and then they also had phlox on sale, so I got 2 phloxes. I had this guy here that I bought from in the front of Food Depot the other day, and this is, I've had it for a while and I was trying to find somewhere to put it, and it made space right here. And then I also, I don't know if you remember, these 2 butterfly bushes. These are the Pugster Pinkers that I got from on sale from Lowe's, so I put those there. So I took out all of the mums, all of them, and put them somewhere else. Because the mums, yeah, they were great. They had orange and red and everything. They got so badly damaged, guys. It's going to take a while for them to recover. And I don't want to have that space looking like nothing. So I just put those plants here. Now, these are the 2 phlox that got damaged. So you can see right there and right there. I don't know. They're probably not going to do, they need a cutback, actually. But I actually put 2 blanket flowers here, but they're not taking well to this at all, so I'm going to take those out when I'm done doing this video. But this is what it looks like for now. It's still a work in progress, needs to be remulched, and as you can see, that is the Leotris up there looking terrible. I don't want to move the Leotris. Leotris is a corm, and I don't want to have to dig up corms and find somewhere to put them, so that might be a goner for now. I'm just going to probably cut it back and let that be. But otherwise, this is what this area is looking like. And even after I cleaned everything up, I didn't realize, guys, that part of my Autumn Joy sedum had gotten hit too when it came down, and also part of this other Veronica. This one got damaged right there because I had 4 of them here, and just the way the tree went, guys, that one got damaged too. So it was a lot of damage. Even this rose, which is a knockout rose, and I cut it all the way back because it was terrible. The tree also made its way and split 2 roses in half. And I took those roses out again. And again, I replaced with some coneflowers and some, these are hydrangeas. This is White Wedding. I got this from Lowe's clearance. And I also put some new plants. No, they're not new. I actually had them, and I had them further back in the bed, and I need to give them a little bit more sun. These are Rose of Sharon's. There's one right here, and there's another one right there. So now the bed is completely new. What I'm going to do, I'm going to wait for the season to be over to take that rose out. That is Cathedral Bells, and I'll put that in the side yard. But I'll probably leave these guys because I like the color. I love the smell of both Love and Peace and Rio Samba. But yeah, the bed looks totally different now. It's going to be more color as well, even though the roses gave me great color. No shade to the roses at all. You guys know I love roses. But now I have more of a magenta and sunrise and white and blue and pink. So that's what the bed looks like now, guys. Now, this bed didn't get damaged at all. It wasn't affected by the tree falling. But again, I got even more clearance plants from Lowe's and I just made a whole overhaul. So now I have those two white weddings. I have this guy here, my juniper. I've got two kaleidoscope that I got from my Lowe's, two kaleidoscope abelias, and again, more color with cone flowers. I need a little bit more color on this side of the yard, guys. I finally cut back the daffodils. Remember, the daffodils are supposed to stay up until the foliage completely dies back, and they finally look ready and turned back as much as they're going to be. And I took the lawnmower to them, guys. So this is where my daffodils are, which is in the back in the ditch garden. And I prefer to put them there because when they look bad, and I don't want them to be that visible. So I finally ran the mower over them, and the hope is that once the leaves fall, this fall coming, it will give this a nice cover, and then the daffodils will come through next February, guys. On a positive note, the Casablanca Oriental Lily is looking absolutely amazing, and it smells just as amazing, guys. Look at this beauty here. Again, these are bulbs from either Lowe's or Walmart, and I'm talking to you now, standing right here. It smells absolutely amazing. I have a couple of them in my yard. I still have a couple of things that still need to go in the ground. They really need to go in the ground, guys. I didn't expect to have anything just hanging around without being in the ground at this point in June because the heat is coming, and it's already here. I mean, there are times in the last week where it got so hot, you began to see the plants begin to stress out and wane and start to droop, and it's simply because the heat has hit them. So I still have some dahlias that need to go in the ground, and I still have a gladiolus that needs to go in the ground. This is a Russian sage that has to go in the ground, and this is a new guy that I bought. This is Sweet Talk of Viburnum that I got on clearance from Lowe's. This bed here, I also made a change to this bed. Remember here I had two other types of daisies here. I had the white mountain daisy in the middle with this guy here, and then I had two salvias on this side. So I decided to, again, make a change and put two Nephophias on each side of that daisy, and then put some more lobelias, this guy here and this guy here, to attract the pollinators. This needs to be remulched, and I also need to freshen this up and cut those guys back. I harvested some potatoes yesterday. It wasn't a lot, but it was something to be thankful for. But I'll put that video up in the next couple of days. In the meantime, I've reused the soil to plant these guys yesterday. These are green beans, and this is pepper, more peppers. This is the first set of green beans. I'm behind on the green beans for sure. And some more pepper, because you can never have enough pepper plants. And then this guy here is a cantaloupe. I need to move these and put them where they belong, which is over by the edible garden. Just an update on the Coleus. They're looking great, and I'm actually beginning to see growth. They're looking absolutely amazing. If you come in closer, you can see how nice that looks. You can actually see growth from when I planted those up for you guys. Let me know what you think of these Coleus and how the Coleus are doing in your yard. The hydrangeas are still looking amazing. This part sun to part shade bed is looking great. They are in full bloom, guys. These are the ones that are beginning to show stress when it gets hot. And even though it's in the shade by 12, they still get weary of the sun. Everything else in this bed looks great. And then if I come over to the hosta garden, they're looking great as well. Nothing to report here that's negative. Everything looks great. Everything is growing. Very happy to see that. Here's a gladiolus that's about to bloom. And you know, if you want to put them in a container, When they start coming out like that, that's when you know it's a good time. You don't want to wait for it to all bloom out and then cut it to put it in a container. So this guy here is not completely ready yet, maybe the next day or two, but I definitely cut these and put these in a vase and show you how I do that. I love Gladiolus because they are so beautiful. They have all kinds of colors: purple, yellow, green, yellow, pink. I mean, multicolored, striped. I mean, so nice. The only downside to these gladiolus is that they cannot take the winds, guys. And I have a couple of them I'm going to show you on the other side. Here's one right here that got beat up a little bit, but look how beautiful it looks, guys. Look at the red. This one, I definitely should have cut this back by now because you can see half of it is already out. I'm going to cut it back when I'm done. Look at this beauty, but you can see it got bent up from the storm. What a beauty. So happy to see that the wisteria has finally made it on the other side of the arbor. Not sure if it's actually going to bloom, because it bloomed already. And I do see signs of a little bit of extra bloom here. Right here. This is a second go around. I did not really prune it, so it might not even bloom, but I'm happy to see that it actually made its way on the other side. Remember the last time I showed you, it probably was like right here, but you can see it made its way all the way over. I'm really happy to see that. I can't wait. This is only its second year, guys. So, oh no, it's third year. So I'm waiting to see when this thing gets really seriously established, how it's going to look. Now, I don't know if it'll ever get to where I want it to be because they're in containers. I have to control this wisteria here or else it'll go nuts. But I'm liking what I'm seeing on the arbor. Otherwise, guys, the garden is looking great. Nothing to complain about at all. You know, everything is blooming or on its first go or its second go. And I'm loving what I'm seeing. Yes, it was a setback when that tree fell, but I went into high gear when that happened. And I just put the replacement plants in. I'll definitely give you an update of these plants as the days go by, guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know how your garden is doing. Here we are in the middle of June. Please like, please share, and please subscribe. Remember to hit that notification bell so you can be alerted on all my new videos. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.